Hi there. So I'm sitting in front of next week's video, so you're getting a little sneak peek, and I do show it a little bit more later on in the video. But just like I sort of reviewed some different methods last week, I'm going to do a review this week. So I bought some Reflections pigment powder in bright gold at Michael's. And I also bought another color because it was buy one, get one half price, I guess. Yeah. So again, Recollections, I think is their brand. Pigment powder, and this is mint. And just such a pretty color. All I could think of was like mermaid stuff. But I'm thinking jewelry. And so I'm gonna, but I've never used pigment powder, so I'm going to do some experimentation with fast cast resin that I used before, and you'll see what I come up with. So the first thing I do is just something I had in my mind that potentially could work. And I take a dry paintbrush and I just dust the mold as if I was using cornstarch to use air dry clay with it. But instead I decide that I'm just going to try dusting the whole mold and then pouring the resin in and see what happens. Okay, I make the most serious faces when I'm trying to show something, but I just want to show how satisfying it is to peel the epoxy, the resin, out of the silicone cup. So I mix up the resin and pour where I had dusted the molds. So we'll let those dry and we'll see what it looks like. I got these silicone cups from Amazon, and I'm really going to start listing my affiliate link to Amazon. Well, it's my little storefront, I guess, because I don't do it enough, and they actually kind of fired me once, then took me back, so I better show my worth. So I'll post the link for these, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I'm pulling them out. I also did an extra because I had extra resin, so they're very soft, as you can see. I couldn't wait, so I pulled that out, and it was kind of not a real thick mold because I didn't have much left at that point. But here's the ones that I dusted with the mica powder. Well, there you have it. I think it's pretty. It looks lustrous. You'll get a closer look in a bit. So this time what I'm doing is mixing the resin up, and I am putting some of the powder right in with the resin mixture. And again, I don't know how this is going to turn out, but that's what experimentation is all about, right? I just poured it till it looked good to me. And so then I poured it into the same molds. I poured as much as I had resin for. So you never know what else we can do with this if we like it. Like I said, I am thinking in terms of jewelry. So this one, I only got to fill half full. So I took the other one that was skinny and laid it kind of face down in there, if that makes sense. My third experiment is putting some of the mica powder. I'm just putting it in a container, and then I'm going to add some satin clear coat to it. In other words, just a clear coat, and I think maybe I might have different results if you use gloss. I certainly probably wouldn't use flat to do it, but this way I was thinking, I know I have one somewhere, a little pipette. I know you can get them on Amazon too. I better order some. But they're little things that you can pull drops of liquid with. I think that would be good. And I've only seen Would You Bend. I know they have a product that they use a lot with their wood molds. So I've seen them do this kind of thing. So that's what I am doing, is basically making a sort of a paint out of it. And this, I believe, so far is my favorite application. It's very high luster. I like it a lot. I tried not to get it on my fingernails or my fingers, but I did, and it actually washed out of the brush very easily and from my hands and nails. So I have some left and I'm trying something. So what I've done already is a stencil in which I used Dixie Shine. So that's an adhesive I put through the stencil and then used similar to gold leaf. You'll see in this week's video how that works. I have used it before, but I'm just trying going over that because I really wasn't crazy about the way it looked at this point. But stay tuned. It's getting better and better, and I'm kind of in love with it. Okay, maybe obsessed with it. But long story short, that mica powder in kind of the paint form didn't do much more for what I already had going on in the back of this cabinet. So let's look at the results. So again, we started with bright gold pigment powder from Michaels, and then Dixie Belle's satin clear coat, and then the pigment powder also comes in mint. So here's what it looks like from the mold being dusted and then the epoxy poured in. Here's what it looks like when it's mixed with the epoxy resin, which is kind of like a tan color to me. I'm trying to get it to focus there, but it's not very lustrous. It's just kind of gold, flat color. Okay, so I love this one. So I painted all the little castings I have in sight. That gold salamander is amazing. I liked the texture of the paint. And then when I was done, I couldn't resist sprinkling a little mint on the golden wings. And then I also added some into the remaining material that I had left. So what do you think of my gold salamander, or whatever he is called? I just thought he was super cute, and I am going to make a pin out of him. So obviously he doesn't have a pin back on him yet because I'm struggling to keep him there. But anyway, sorry, I'm in the back of the shop and I'm always checking for customers. He doesn't behave well yet. So yes, I enjoyed doing this little experiment, and now I think that I feel more confident. I think there might be perhaps other brands out there that may be more lustrous. I could be wrong, but it was fun to play with. And like I said, my favorite application was the third one, was just mixing it with clear coat and painting it on. I really like that. So I'm so glad that you're here and that you watched today. And I'm getting ready to go watch my premiere video for the BFF challenge, which, you know, by now you may have seen it, but I was really silly and it wasn't much about furniture. A little bit, but not much. It was more about the friendship. And you probably think we're crazy, but you know, I always tell everybody, hey, I grew up in the 70s. What can you say? So anyway, I love you guys, and I'm so glad you're along for the channel membership ride, and, you know, tell your friends. So I will talk to you real soon. Bye.